Of late, there has been a barrage of enticing phones in the market, each one touting excellent cameras, high refresh rate displays, and stylish design. That said, the area which has been done a most improvement in recent times is undoubtedly the performance of mid-range phones, which can be accredited to all new SoCs from the likes of Qualcomm and MediaTek. Case in point, the newly launched iQOO Z3 that ships with Qualcomm's 5G enabled chipset Snapdragon 768 processor. Of course, the question on everyone's mind is just how good is the new Snapdragon 768? And does it warrant a purchase over other devices like Redmi Note 10 Pro Max and the Xiaomi Mi 10i that features Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G and 750G respectively? Well, if you are finding in a similar rut, then fret not, as in this video I will be putting all your doubts to rest. Watch this video to know which of the three SoCs offer the best performance for your buck. Hi, this is Subir. Welcome to my channel. Benchmarks rarely tell the whole story, but they do help users ascertain or at least get an idea of a smartphone's computing prowess. To that note, let's kick off this performance comparison by running a slew of synthetic tests including Antutu V9, Geekbench V5 and GFX Bench. Starting with the Antutu benchmark, I deployed the latest version of the synthetic test version 9 on all three phones, which offers more GPU tests compared to the previous iteration of the software. The utility also factors in a phone's storage and RAM alongside its 2D and 3D graphics performance before outputting a score, and consequently is a solid tool to get a gauge on a phone's overall computing prowess. Unsurprisingly, the Snapdragon 768 touting iQOO Z3 absolutely obliterated the competition and outputted a source of 450 to 594 points in the first run. In comparison, the Xiaomi Mi 10i with its Snapdragon 750G scored 378 559 points, while the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max found itself at the tail end of this comparison with a score of 326 764 points. To tax the smartphones a tad more, I run the Antutu benchmark two more sites on the aforementioned devices. Here the iQOO Z3 dipped its score by around 1000 points in the second run and outputted a total score of 451 614 points. The Xiaomi Mi 10i on the other hand saw an increase of around 1000 points in its score and produced 379 946 points in the second run. The Redmi Note 10 Pro Max was the worst offender of the lot and saw its score dip to 299 434 points in the second run, which amounts to a difference of over 26,000 points. In the final run, iQOO Z3 witnessed yet another dip of around 1000 points in its overall score and outputted 450 467 points in the third run. The Mi 10i yet again showed an improvement of over 1000 points and produced a score amounting to 381 279 in the third run. The Redmi Note 10 Pro Max saw yet another dip in its score, which reduced further to 297 530 points. Clearly, both the iQOO Z3 as well as the Xiaomi Mi 10i operate admirably under sustained loads, but the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max performance throttled quite a bit. We will further substantiate this in this video, but for now, let's take a look at the device's Geekbench score. For the uninitiated, Geekbench breaks down a CPU's performance into single-core and multi-core metrics by subjecting the SoC to the series of CPU-intensive tests. To that note, the iQOO Z3 Snapdragon 768 chipset makes use of an enhanced Kryo 475 core dubbed Kryo 475 Prime that works alongside another Kryo 475 Gold core and 6 Kryo 475 Silver cores. The Xiaomi Mi 10i on the other hand makes use of Kryo 570 cores divided into two clusters comprising 2 performance cores and 6 battery efficient cores. The Snapdragon 732G backed Redmi Note 10 Pro Max 2 features 8 Kryo 470 cores distributed in 2 clusters comprising 2 performance cores and 6 battery efficient cores. Coming to the scores, the iQOO Z3 outputted the highest single core and multi-core numbers amounting to 717 and 2039 points respectively. The Mi 10i came in second and offered single core and multi-core scores of 614 and 1721 points respectively. Lastly, The Redmi Note 10 Pro Max offered a higher multi-core score of 1784 points compared to the Mi 10i, albeit fell shy by a couple of 100 points in the single core test and produced just 567 points. Clearly, the iQOO Z3 offers the best CPU performance amongst the three phones, followed by the Mi 10i and the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. As you have seen previously in this video, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max showed noticeable dips in its AnTuTu benchmark scores after 3 consecutive runs of the synthetic testing app. It was clear then that the handset was exhibiting CPU throttling, which was further substantiated by our CPU throttle test. Here, going by graphs alone, you can tell that of the three phones, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max struggled the most to sustain its peak performance, as indicated by the green zones. Furthermore, after stress testing the respective SoCs for a period of 45 minutes, the Note 10 Pro Max CPUs throttled to 76% of its peak performance. The iQOO Z3 throttled the least at 81%, followed by the Mi 10i, which throttled to 78% of its peak performance. It goes without saying that the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max Snapdragon 732G struggles to maintain its peak performance under sustained loads. The scenery remained unchanged when using the phone day in and day out of the trio of the handsets. I experienced the most jitters in UI animations along with longer app launch times and in-app stutters on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. With the synthetic benchmarks out of the way, let's take a look at how the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, the Xiaomi Mi 10i and the iQOO Z3 stack up in terms of gamings. To do so, I tested all three phones with the popular PvP Battle Royale shooter Call of Duty Mobile. Interestingly enough, all three phones ran the game at the same presets, with the trio maxing out at very high graphics quality and very high frame rate. That being said, I did run into more stutters on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max as opposed to the other two devices. The same was evident in the CQC maps like the shipment, wherein a chaotic gunfight would erupt in a very small area, contributing to the frame drops on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. That said, all three phones remained cool to the touch even after 45 minutes of continuous gaming, which is great. Our three contenders also draw parallels in the storage department. Not only will you get support for expandable storage on all the three handsets, but you can also pick up to each of the three phones with up to 128GB of UFS 2.2 storage. That said, I noticed that the app load times were slightly longer on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. My findings were further corroborated in the AndroBench benchmark, wherein the smartphone outputted the slowest read and write speeds too. While a smartphone's performance is predominantly dependent on its SoC, a quality display and audio setup go a long way in ensuring a satisfying end-user experience. To that note, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max takes the care as it is the only phone amidst the 3 mid-range to ship with an AMOLED screen. The display is further bettered by a tiny, unobtrusive punch hole notch, along with a responsive touch sampling rate of 240Hz and a peak brightness of 1200 nits. The Mi 10i comes in second with its 120Hz LCD screen that also touts a punch hole notch and a touch sampling rate of 240Hz. The iQOO Z3 on the other hand offers a rather chunky water drop notch along with a slower touch sampling rate of 180Hz. Both the iQOO Z3 as well as the Mi 10i offers a peak brightness of just 450 nits as well. Consequently, you can expect the display on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max to be the brightest, most vibrant and most responsive of the lot. With that said, the iQOO Z3 regains its lead in the battery department as it comes with support for 55W wired charging that can top up the phone's 4400 mAh cell in just 40 minutes. In contrast, the Mi 10i as well as the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max takes longer to refuel their cells as both the phones ship with bigger batteries that support relatively slower 33W fast charging. As for connectivity, all three phones offer support for both 2.4 GHz as well as 5 GHz Wi-Fi networks. I got similar download speeds on our Airtel postpaid SIM on all three phones too. That said, unlike the Xiaomi Mi 10i and the iQOO Z3, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max Snapdragon 732G chipset isn't 5G ready. On the flip side, the iQOO Z3 and the Mi 10i both support N77 and N78 sub 6 GHz 5G bands. Now what's the verdict? Clearly, the Xiaomi Mi 10i and the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max cannot hold a candle to the iQOO Z3's Snapdragon 768 SoC. In fact, as per my testing, barring the Poco X3 Pro, the iQOO Z3 offers the best performance under Rs 25k. Of course, there's much more to a smartphone than just a raw compute. The iQOO has cut some corners in the display and the audio department with its latest offerings. That said, the iQOO Z3 is undoubtedly a fantastic option for anyone in the market for speedy 5G ready Android handset that doesn't break the bank. Interested buyers can pick up the phone at a starting price of Rs 19,990. Do let me know which of these three smartphones would you buy in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the video. Catch you again with another interesting episode. Till then, stay safe, stay tuned. This is Subir. Sign off.